Hello, welcome everyone. Today we are going to talk about Gladworld. So, what precisely is Gladworld? First and foremost, here we are known as Glad people. So, welcome, Glad people. And Gladworld is literally, I call it a baby because it's a project that I nurtured from various aspects of what I believe with the skills I have and those I've acquired along the way brought up to this very moment, to this very situation that's called Glad World. So it's a multi-layer platform, and in fact, our sorry, our slogan here is services for people. As part of not only being the founder but the brain behind this beautiful venture, it came to life due to me moving from a status of being a student to a worker in a country that is not my original country or my place of birth. And precisely, we're talking about Italy. So I schooled here and I have the blessing and after hard work, obviously, to work here as per what I followed in my academics. So precisely, even though I'm mostly, let's say professionally, I'm an engineer, I have also this innate love of technology and this really personal love of helping others. So, combining that and the fact that I can easily and greatly, thankfully, due to my uh, being a polyglot, help anyone in any aspect that is, be it you speaking French or Italian or English, I can really be there for you and more especially for our not not only Africans but any immigrants present on the Italian territory. I have, let's say, the idea, the processes, the steps needed for much and major part of the services that we propose as Glad World Ventures. So it has been, as I said, a completion of many parallel work, many parallel inputs, starting from the way it's sectioned, properly said. And now, from this moment onwards, you understand more how my being also an immigrant, a student, a worker, and a citizen, like they call it in Italian, extracomunitario, because I'm not a European citizen, but a citizen of another country that's not part of the European Union. In my case, a citizen of Cameroon from Africa in West or Central Africa, depending on where you look at it. I have this, let's say, little experience. I went through the processes that I now know how to manage, how to deal with. And the plus is my background, not only personally, but academically, of the fact that I come out from a totally technological, let's say, digital based kind of path, academic wise because as an electronic engineer, I was under the Department of Information, right? So also the basic knowledge you need to know on how to manipulate the computers, the different applications that arise every single month, not to talk of every single day, has put into my perspective of way to harness my skills, harness my little knowledges, and use them to bring out and perform within this adventure, within this platform, beautiful services for people. So we have sections for each of the aspects you may need wherever you're watching from this, wherever you're watching this video. But mostly one section is totally catered for people and citizens living, working, or studying in Italy. The first one, that was like, let's say the OG, the original basics of all this venture was Glad Learning Academy, where I used my knowledge back then, not now. Now it's more structured, obviously. And eventually in the future, we hope to have better structure too. As we always grow, we never stop learning. The first part is Glad Learning Academy, where if you check out our other like TikToks or our YouTube channel, you are on it already, but I mean the previous shorts or videos you may find and encounter here on this channel, you found out we proposed lectures in English, French, Italian, not only for adults, but also for children, toddlers, high school, primary school. And we also had a dedicated section for those who only want to like improve their speaking, just conversational English or conversational French. Also, a dedicated section for because of per my work experience for technical English, be it in the engineering field, of course, or the medical field, and also even for those who studied mostly arts or fields that pertain mostly to like economics, marketing, accounting, digital marketing, all those forms. We had a dedicated section for that, and we still do. And from there, because back then, for those who are like the real OGs of this platform, we had the website named Glad Learning Academy. So we were only focused on that. But as we learn every day and you reinvent every day, after much thought, after much organization, after much added skills, I dare say, and also from the fact that back then it was much more from a student point of view mindset. Now is much from a someone that has lived life to a point and is still learning, by the way, mindset. So we added more services as per Glad Wellness, which is a part where we cater to tips on traveling locations or how to travel on a budget per se, or the amazing places you could visit without spending exaggerately. Wellness also in the sense of not only your physical but your mind, for the faith and the praise of the Lord, where we have our dedicated section called Glad Talks series. There's a praise series and there's a Glad Talks in general that we eventually, as after this, let's say, introductory welcoming video, make sure to constantly and consistently upload and present to you, Glad people, and also Glad Wellness in the sense of the little nicks and knacks. As a lady, Diane, like perfumes, the hacks to find cheap, not cheap in the sense of the quality, but cheap in the sense of the price, because we support human beings that enjoy and pamper themselves, but at a decent and reasonable price considering the economy
Glad
nowadays.
itu
And also like some cooking hacks, recipes, quick recipes for students, for workers, for single people, for married people, for large families, and all that was now, let's say, compassed, englobed under the Glad Wellness part and aspect of Glad World Ventures. And due to specifically work and academic predisposition, a section called Glad E-Tools, where
Glad e-tools that encompasses all the, let's say, softwares and apps we use. I'll say from the basic things like WhatsApp, Gmail, exploiting to the fullest for those that own small businesses, or work remotely, or the hybrid solutions, or those that juggle between their daily work life and their side businesses. We can show them how to really productively exploit things like Gmail, G Calendar, Google Meets, uh, scheduling emails to not like feel the workload per se. Teach basic things like using WhatsApp Business, how to cater to these e-tools that we have nowadays. Let's say Canvas. That's been personally has been a really great tool for many of my works, be it work related or I dare say even on the side like personal venture in this context, for example, related. And yeah, just trying to bring the things that we have as acquired skills and sharing it for everyone, even people that are not technologically inclined, to productively use them more. Also, but more so, the use of I'm forgetting the specific name. The use of it's not coming to mind right now, but yeah, to creation of websites. Like many people have this little fear, and it's normal if you are not like you don't have passion for certain things. They feel like mountains, right? As I'm not passionate about accounting, I would, in the process of me interacting with my various clients or pupils or business partners or collaborators, direct them to those of my network acquaintances or friends that are expert in accounting, right? So the same thing goes for technology. So that's why we now also have a branch called Glad eTools that will cater to that. And I dare say at very reasonable prices because, as I said, it's good to acquire knowledge at your own pace, having fun because that was the core of Glad Learning Academy, learning while having fun. So you're still learning and you're still enjoying yourself, right? Also, but not last, we have this new section that I said at the beginning will cater mostly to Italian based citizens, immigrants, be it in the student department or in the working department. That's called Glad Assist. So, what does Glad Assist do precisely? In Italy, as some of you may know, those are watching from Italy, those are Italian citizens or sorry, are already based and settled in Italy will probably understand what I mean. We have various processes, as I believe it is the case in other countries, that are to be followed and has specific, let's say, procedural path, be it for immigrants that are studying here, that are working here, or are just living here, right? Or even that come to visit. That will be you are already settled here and you want your parents to visit. So in Glad Assist, we cater to helping you to make and declare your taxes online, because after COVID, that was a very bad period, but it brought something positive. That would be many of the services, administrative wise, have been informatized, digitalized, if I dare say. That's why we also cater to helping you create your digital identity called Speed, that in some months to come or some year, from the latest news, will change to another level. Also, the European identity that many people don't know exists, that you can use on the Europass platform when you are looking for jobs as a European citizen outside Italy. Also catering to ID card process, getting your appointment, helping you to, without making a queue, helping you to book the appointment properly, insert your picture, and just go to the set appointment. And in this case, we cater to the regions of Emilia Romagna, that's in central North Italy, and northern Italy for the Piemonte region. That would be like Piemonte region, right? All right. Also, doing your ESE, that's like a declaration of your, let's say, financial equivalents that will help you to access many of the bonuses that you are entitled to if you have a certain revenue, right? Also, the process when you move from being a student to a worker, we cater to that in many aspects, like knowing what you need to do, when you need to do it, how you can follow up the process. Of course, always collaborating and working with the official governmental institutions that are all over the Italian territory present to assist anyone for this. But usually the barrier as immigrants, and I dare say from my little experience, is usually the language. Some or most of them came to work, had the opportunity to work here. They didn't really go to university, or they didn't like finish a university course. They just did like professional work kind of formation and started working, and are not aware. Some are not aware that there are some dates you need to respect. There's the timing that you need to respect. Some people just do with the flow, and then they encounter a problem, and then you have to bring in a lawyer, spend more money, and be in a state of dismay, because really the worst thing that could happen is to live in a country without following the rules. So that's why Glad Assist really, really helps, because the fact that we have English, Italian, and French, we can easily be a mediator for any of our clients to make sure that they understand the process properly and they get what is needed from them, and their procedure goes to completion. So I know by now you guys are already a bit tired because this video is quite long, but I thank you very much for taking the patience of listening to exactly what is Gladworld Ventures, and hopefully you stay tuned for many more little chats to come, or little, who knows, tips and knickknacks and chit chats, and just being here trying to help each other grow as human beings, and above all, use our little skills to also reach out to other people, because it's great to be a person that brings a positive mindset to people, right? That's always been my personal thought. So if I can do that through one skill that I have, I'll be so grateful to have done it, even if I just help two people. So thank you guys for tuning in. Have a great Sunday, a great beginning of the week, and to all our beautiful Muslim community, good in the beginning of Ramadan. That's next week, if I'm not wrong. May the Lord guide you and protect you during this very important faith journey moment for you guys, and to all my Christian people out there, good Lenten period. Continue striving to be the best of yourself, and as I always say, be yourself, don't play a role. Bye guys.